did you do that?
Mail call.
Can we send her to bed without her breakfast?
She's already had it.
Bye, Dad.
Bye, dear.
Bye, Mom.
Bye, sweetheart.
See you after school. Happy wrapping.
Bills, bills, bills. Whatever happened to good old junk mail? This is yours.
Occupant.
This is yours.
Occupant.
Yours.
Occupant. Thanks. That's what's happened to good old junk mail.
Will you look at this electric bill, Martha? We must be hooked into Boulder Dam.
It's probably for 2 months.
It's the gas bill that's for 2 months.
Well, then why are we using so much electricity?
Because Barbara and Howie spend half their lives upstairs under that electric blanket. I guess it's because they're so cool. This is to inform you that the Justice of the Peace, Norman W. Wright, who married you in this county May 14th, Mr. and Mrs. Howard Dickerson.
Paul, that's for them.
Hold it, Martha. I think this is for us, too. Listen, May 14th of this year had no legal power to do so, as his license had inadvertently expired. We are contacting all parties concerned so they may take necessary action. Martha, they're not married.
Well, Paul, what are you going to do?
Do you realize our little girl's in bed with a stranger? Has come as a complete shock to the two of you.
And especially when we found it had been opened.
The way you came yelling upstairs and bounced us out of bed, I thought the house was on fire or something.
Barbara, this is something. Don't you kids understand? You're not legally married.
Daddy, is that really such a big deal?
Oh, I guess not. Forget it. Martha, can you believe what you're hearing?
Paul, what's the big problem? They'll simply get married again.
Fortunately, it's not that simple.
Why isn't it?
Because I say so. Look at it this way. Fate has suddenly given both of you an opportunity for a bright, new, exciting future apart from each other.
But Daddy! Paul, you're being absurd.
We don't want to be apart. Barbara and I love each other.
Oh, keep love out of this. I'm talking about marriage. Barbara, with women's lib upon us, there's a whole new world of opportunity opening up for girls like you.
Opportunity to do what?
To find a husband who can support you.
Paul, this has gone far enough.
Martha, I'm talking.
I know you're talking. It's what you're talking about that I want to talk about.
You'll have your turn. I hate to say this, kids, but in our society today, marriage is, well, passé. Right, Martha?
Keep talking and ours might be passé. I would like a few words with you, privately.
Now, can't you see? I think your mother would like a few words with me, privately.
Now, Paul Sims, I want you to tell those two children to get married again immediately.
Martha, I can't. I just can't.
You've got to do something.
I know. I'll take the easy way out. I'll kill myself.
Well, we all have to go sometime, dear. If you keep this up, it could be sooner than you think.
But Martha, don't you understand?
I understand perfectly. Paul, if anything happens to break up Barbara's marriage, she'll never forgive you. And guess who else won't?
Gotcha. Barbara, Howie. Sorry if I interrupted your slumber again. Well, now, I see you two have stopped laughing over my little joke.
What little joke, Mr. Sims?
Dad. Realize, of course, I was putting you on about not getting married again.
But, Daddy, we've decided you're right.
Now, take a few days to get the blood test, then we'll drive to Vegas and tie the... What did you say?
Well, we've talked it over.
We're a little ashamed that an older person, like yourself, had to point it out to us.
Point what out?
Well, how meaningless and archaic the marriage ceremony is.
Oh.
We only got married in the first place to please you.
To please me? What do you take me for, a pain freak?
Let's face it, there's not really one good reason why Barbara and I should get married again.
Well, we seem to have reached an impasse, haven't we? Martha, you feel just as strongly as I do about this, don't you?
Stronger.
Good, then you handle it. I'm going to the office.
Great. Whenever there's a crisis at home, you always run to the office.
So what? When there's a crisis at the office, always run home, so we're even. And keep them out of that bedroom until they change their minds. Got to learn that free love has to be paid for. Come in.
Good morning, Mr. Sam.
Good morning, Alice. Take a letter, please.
Oh, sure.
B&G Auto Repair, then the address. Dear sirs. You know, kids today are in real trouble. In one generation, they're going to pull down the entire pillars of our society. Where was I?
Let me see. Dear sirs, kids today are in real trouble. In one generation.
Alice, I was just talking to myself.
Oh, I wondered why B&G Auto would be pulling down our pillars. Should I strike everything after dear sirs?
Strike everything after good morning. This has been one of those days.
Yes, Mr. Sims. Anything else?
No, that's all, Alice. They're forcing me to take a stand I'm dead set against, and I resent it.
Have you told B&G Auto how you feel about it?
B&G Auto? Oh, I'm talking about Howie and Barbara. We just found out some guy married them and his license had expired. And now those two crazies refuse to get married again. Isn't that something?
Oh, I can't imagine anyone refusing to get married.
Thinking of trying to get his parents involved, but they can't stand each other. And after meeting them, I can't blame either one. Still, I wonder if I shouldn't invite them over. What do you think?
I don't know.
Alice, you're right. I think it's worth a try.
You're right, it is.
You can go, Alice. Goodbye, Alice. Mrs. Dickerson?
Yes?
This is Paul.
Paul?
Paul Sims, Howie's father-in-law.
Howie?
Your son.
Oh, yeah. How are Howie and,
Barbara. They're fine. Martha and I are having a little surprise party tonight, and we'd love for you to be there.
What kind of a surprise party?
Oh, well, if I told you, there wouldn't be any surprise. It's just a little cocktail party about 7 o'clock.
Tell me, will there be any eligible men there?
Well, who is there among us who might not be eligible at a moment's notice?
What does that mean?
It means yes. There will be at least one eligible man there.
Well, you just talked me into it. What's the dress?
Optional. But if I were you, I'd wear one.
I love your sense of humor. That was the big thing about my husband, Barney. He never had one. I'll see you tonight.
Fine. Goodbye.
Dickerson's Prime Cuts, with the elite meat to pick their meat.
Oh, that's cute, Barney. This is Paul Sims calling. How'd you like to slip out of your apron and come to a surprise party? Let's keep it down to 1 for us and push the drinks their way.
Well, I hope they like crab puffs, because that's what they're getting.
Perfect for her, and Barney will eat anything. That's them. Now let's give them the performance of our lives. Good evening, Grace.
Hi.
Hi. You're looking wonderful.
Why, thank you.
Paul.
Oh, yeah.
It's nice to see you again, Grace.
Well, it's good to see you, too.
Martha.
Right. Well, am I the first one here?
No, Martha and I got here a little before you. Now, let's see. Now, you drink gin on the rocks, right?
You remembered. He remembered.
I'll get it. That must be our other guest.
Maybe it's my Mr. Right.
I'll drink to that.
Come in, Barney.
It's my Mr. Wrong.
You didn't tell me she'd be here.
That's the surprise.
But you promised me there'd be an eligible man here.
Well, he's eligible.
What for? A transplant?
I brought you these bones for the dog, Paul.
Thanks. Howie, you'll love them. Now, let's all sit down, and I'll tell you the real surprise.
And the dip is right here, Barney.
Now, is everyone comfy? Well, folks, because of a legal technicality, your son and our daughter aren't legally married. Surprise!
Not married?
They're not married.
Then what are they? Roommates?
Yes, Barney. You see, they've decided they'd rather just live together than get married again.
And as involved parents, we felt you would help us maybe change their minds.
Why?
Why weren't?
She's right. Why should they get married again? Look at us.
He's right. All I ever got out of marriage was him and the hide.
How do you like that? One night of dubious pleasure and I'm still paying for it.
You call that pleasure? Talk about your nervous fumblers. I could tell you stories.
You hear that, Martha? I gave that woman the best 24 hours of my life.
That was the best?
I'll get the hors d'oeuvres.
Yes, let's stop this Kinsey report.
Did I hear you say something about a drink?
No, but I'll be glad to make you one.
Make it a double bourbon. And please, don't forget just a touch of water.
Gotcha.
Don't forget a bib. Sometimes Barney dribbles.
Well, here we are. I hope you like crab puffs.
Crab puffs? You don't have anything with a meat stuffing?
Meat. All Barney knows is the butcher business. Even my engagement ring was kidney shaped.
Meat builds healthy bodies.
Barney, your body runneth over.
Here you go, Barney. Now, Grace, Barney, let's forget our neuroses and concentrate on those 2 sick kids upstairs. What do you say?
These puffs are delicious. You sure they're fish?
Oh, yes, I puffed them myself.
You know, Paul, this is really wonderful. Helen Crump will be delighted. She's crazy about Howie.
Helen Crump?
Helen Crump! She's the heiress who lives down the street.
Oh, the Trump heiress.
It'll be a blessing if she and Howie get together.
Martha, did you hear that? An heiress wants to bless Howie.
I heard Paul.
Have a puff, Grace. And you say this girl's crazy about Howie? Martha, did you hear that? How can we stand in Howie's way?
You're living dangerously, Paul, in more ways than one.
Paul, I like your style. That's the trouble. All the tall ones are taken.
I could make a meal out of these.
You could make a meal out of a napkin.
Look, let's get back to our problem. Now, we've got to form a solid front and insist that those children get married again immediately.
If you ask me, I think the boy should be free to live with the chick of his choice. This chick, that chick, Helen Crump, or even that, what's her name upstairs?
That what's her name upstairs happens to be our chick, the daughter. Hi, Mother. Hi, Father.
Howie! We heard you from upstairs.
I'll bet you did.
Put it there, Herbie!
Howie.
Hello, Mother, Father.
Oh, hello. How are you? Barbara. Right.
Right, I'm glad you kids came down because I've made a very important decision.
So have we, Dad. We're getting married.
You two are getting married, and that's... You're getting married?
As soon as possible. Sunday, probably.
Sunday? Could you do it after 12? I'm open half a day on Sundays.
Oh, that's wonderful. Congratulations, Grace.
Oh, Paul.
Let go, Grace. Grace, let go.
We think you ought to know. We're going to have our own kind of marriage ceremony, and it won't be what you people are used to.
And it may seem strange to you, but at the same time, it'll be much more meaningful to us.
I don't care if you get married standing on your head.
No, that's yoga. We're going to go the aquariology route.
Is that on the way to San Jose? Forgive me, I'm just hysterical with relief.
These cherries are something else.
You're right, they're wax.
Wow! This is really going to be fantastic.
Why does it have to be a poolside ceremony?
Well, it has something to do with aquariology. It's all mixed up with water and life.
Fine, then I'll mix up a water and scotch.
Howie explained it to me. You see, the pool is the symbol of the ocean, which is the womb of mankind.
Don't you dare talk that way in front of your mother. Now go ask Simon and Garfunkel if they know the wedding march.
I'll get it.
And Martha, let's check and make sure the minister has an up-to-date license. I don't want to go through this every 6 months.
Darling, take it easy. Let's take a look at the tape, huh?
Oh, Paul, Martha, the music, the flowers, the pool, it's beautiful.
And the meat looks terrific.
And Barney, Paul, and I want to thank you for the ham.
You're welcome. I smoked it myself.
Mom! Dad, look who's here.
Oh, my goodness. It's Helen Crump.
Crazy! Dynamite crazy! I'm Reverend L. Rod Blankenworth. If you're curious about the ceremony, I'd be glad to explain. As in birth, marriage is a new beginning. So everything came from the sea, so all new things must be cleansed, as if from the womb.
Well, you look more like you were hatched. You have a license, booby?
Oh, yeah.
Certainly looks up to date. Are you ready for this? It is.
Reverend Blankenworth.
Barbara! Howie!
We're ready.
Good! The bride, the groom. Where is the mother and father of the groom?
That's you, isn't it?
Oh, yes! Mother of the bride?
Coming.
All right, now, mother and father of the groom, mother and father of the bride. Oh,
What about Sally?
she can be our little seaweed girl. Let the ceremony begin. Music, please.
Daddy, this is where the ceremony takes place. Paul, I think we have to go in.
You expect me to go into that pool fully clothed? Are you in orbit, too?
How else are you going to give the bride away?
I'll call United Parcel first.
Paul, at this point, I don't think, what else can we do?
I'll tell you what I can do. I can pull the plug on this Esther Williams remake.
Paul, you're holding up the parade.
You mean you're both willing to go in?
I'm a shower man myself, but what the heck?
Come on, darling, let's take the plunge.
Well, my suit's wash and wear, but my shoes aren't alligator.
Come on.
I can't believe this.
Barbara take Howie to swim side by side with him through the waters of life eternally, be it upstream or downstream?
I do.
Do you, Howie, take Barbara, this lovely mermaid cutie, as companion in stormy seas or calm ones, sailing on the raft of love till the waters of eternity close over you? I do.
A lovely ceremony, isn't it?
Oh, lovely. Looks like a Charlie Tuna commercial.
Barbara, Howie, as newly licensed Minister of Aquariology, I do hereby pronounce you man and wife. Now, go forth and spawn, each unto himself, his own kind.
Oh, what do we do now? Throw kelp at the bride? Be careful, kids. Oh, careful. Oh, she got something. Okay. Howie, Barbara, where can we reach you? Fisherman's Wharf. Martha, will you look at those two?
Well, it certainly was a unique experience, wasn't it?
Not only that, it was different. You know, you're very sexy when you're wet.
You sensual sea serpent. Barney.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry, I loved it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Barney, please. Somebody might see us. Barney, what do you say? You think we should have another try at it?
Martha, do you suppose?
Suppose what?
Suppose they get back together again and take those two fish off our hands. Excuse me, Martha.
Paul, they seem to be doing very well without you.
Grace, Barney, what do you say? There's a minister here. Why don't we make it a double ceremony?
What's there to lose? We're already wet.
Oh, Barney, isn't he a riot?
Yes. May I say something? You have no idea of how well you look together. It's like Sears and Roebuck.
Oh, Paul, you're such a gentleman. Hey, listen, if you're ever available, feel free to call me.
That's a fine thing to say to him after you proposed to me.
You did? Oh, that's wonderful.
What do you mean I proposed to you? You proposed to me.
What's the difference? Who gets the credit? Remember all the lovely times you had together.
Oh, sure. We had lovely times. Once or twice.
That was a joke, Barney. Wasn't that a joke, Grace?
No, that wasn't a joke, Paul. Excuse me, but this is between us. You know, it all started when you grabbed me in the pool.
I grabbed you in the pool?
Sure, you got fresh with me in the pool.
You gave me the high sign.
I didn't give you the high sign.
You gave me that look. You winked at me, remember?
I never winked at you. You said I was wet and sexy.
Then you came over and you said I was a sensual sea serpent.
You are a serpent. Stupid serpent.
You don't really believe we ever had any good times together, do you?
Oh, you want me to lie? I'll lie. We had terrific times.
Wait, but Barney, Grace.
Did you see that? Did you see that, Paul? Did you see how he turned on me just like that? Yeah, angel in the butcher shop, devil in the home.
Wait a minute. This is both of you. It's no way to bury the hatchet. Cleaver, Barney.
I know a better way, but there's a law against that. You're a butcher, Barney. That's all you'll ever be, is a butcher. Here. Paul, you remember what I told you. My number is 555-1235.
This thing all blew up thanks to you.
Barney, I don't know what to say.
It's about time. Big mouth.
Big mouth?
I love your big mouth.
Thanks, Martha.
Oh, come on, sweetheart. Let's go upstairs and take a nice hot bath.
Together?
The Paul Lynde Show was filmed before a live audience.